A tube that eggs use to move from an ovary to the uterus. Fallopian tube. It is a small passage in a woman's body where eggs travel to reach the uterus.
Imagine trying to navigate a crowded hallway to get from one classroom to another. Just like students moving through the hallway to reach their next class, an egg travels down the fallopian tube to reach the uterus. In this analogy, the hallway represents the fallopian tube, the students are the eggs, and the classrooms are the ovary and uterus, all working together to ensure the smooth transition from one point to another.
Grouping of ovary cells in which eggs develop. Follicle. A follicle is a small sac in the ovary that surrounds and nourishes a developing egg.
Imagine trying to organize a group of friends for a surprise party, ensuring everyone is prepared and ready when the guest of honor arrives. This planning process is similar to how follicles work in the ovaries, nurturing and preparing eggs for potential fertilization. Just as you gather and coordinate your friends to create the perfect atmosphere for the party, follicles group and support ovary cells, ensuring eggs develop properly for reproduction. In this analogy, the friends represent the ovary cells. The party is like the environment the follicle creates, and the guest of honor is akin to the mature egg ready for its next stage.
The changes in the female reproductive system, where an ovary releases an egg and the uterus prepares to receive it, menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is a monthly process where a woman's body prepares for pregnancy by developing an egg and lining the uterus.
Imagine you're planning a big dinner party at home. Just like preparing your house to welcome guests, the female reproductive system undergoes a cycle to get ready for a potential pregnancy. In this analogy, the ovary releasing an egg is like sending out invitations for the party, while the uterus preparing to receive it is akin to tidying up the living room and setting the table for dinner. Just as you might not have guests show up every time you host, the body may not always have a fertilized egg to welcome, but it goes through the preparation process regardless.
The release of an egg from an ovary into a fallopian tube. Ovulation. Ovulation is when an ovary releases an egg for fertilization.
Imagine you're trying to get a ping-pong ball out of a narrow, tilted tube using just the right amount of force. This is similar to how, during ovulation, an egg is released from an ovary and must travel into the fallopian tube. Just like how the ping-pong ball needs to be nudged precisely to roll down the tube, the egg must be released at the right time and with the right conditions to successfully enter the fallopian tube, where it can potentially meet a sperm for fertilization.
The male reproductive organ that transfers urine and also sperm out of the body. Penis. In simple terms, the penis is the organ used by males for urination and delivering sperm during reproduction.
Imagine trying to use a single smartphone app that manages both your social media and your banking. Just like this app serves dual purposes by handling two different types of tasks, the penis has a dual function. It transfers both urine and sperm out of the body. The connection here is that both the app and the penis are versatile tools designed to handle multiple, distinct functions seamlessly, ensuring that one system can efficiently manage two important processes.
The sac outside the male body that contains the testes is the scrotum. The scrotum is a pouch of skin that holds and protects the testes, helping regulate their temperature for optimal sperm production.
Imagine trying to keep your ice cream from melting on a hot summer day. Just like you would use an insulated cooler bag to maintain the ice cream's temperature, the scrotum acts as a protective cooler to regulate the temperature of the testes. The scrotum ensures the testes are kept slightly cooler than the body's internal temperature, similar to how the cooler bag prevents the ice cream from melting too quickly. both serving to maintain optimal conditions for their contents.
The tube that carries urine from the bladder out of the body. Urethra. The urethra is a small tube that helps the body get rid of urine.
Imagine you're trying to get toothpaste out of a nearly empty tube, squeezing just right to guide the paste through the narrow opening without making a mess. Similarly, the urethra functions as the body's own tube, directing urine from the bladder out of the body in a controlled manner. Just like the tube of toothpaste ensures the paste flows smoothly when squeezed, the urethra provides a pathway for urine to be expelled efficiently from your bladder.
The hollow muscular organ in females in which a fertilized egg develops. Uterus. The uterus is a part of the female body where a baby grows during pregnancy.
Imagine trying to set up a cozy guest room in your home for a visitor who will stay for a while. Just like preparing a welcoming space with a comfy bed and essential amenities, the uterus prepares a nurturing environment for a fertilized egg to develop. In this analogy, the guest room is the uterus, the visitor is the fertilized egg, and the process of setting up the room parallels the uterus's role in creating a supportive habitat for growth and development.
The tube from the uterus to outside the body is part of the female reproductive system vagina. The vagina is the muscular canal that connects the uterus to the outside of the body, serving as the birth canal and a passage for menstrual flow.
Imagine you're trying to send a letter from your house to a friend who lives in a different city. Just as the letter travels through a postal system with specific routes and checkpoints to ensure it reaches its destination, the vagina acts as a passageway that connects the uterus to the outside of the body, playing a crucial role in the journey of reproductive cells. In this analogy, your house is like the uterus, the postal system is the vagina, and the outside world is the destination, highlighting how the vagina functions as a vital channel in the female reproductive system.
A developing human from the 8th week of pregnancy until birth. Fetus. A fetus is an unborn baby that is growing and developing inside the mother's womb.
Imagine you're assembling a complex piece of furniture with multiple parts, starting with a basic frame and gradually adding more intricate pieces until it's fully complete. This process is similar to how a fetus develops from the 8th week of pregnancy until birth, evolving from a simple structure to a fully formed human being. Just as each stage of your furniture assembly involves adding specific components that contribute to the final product, the fetus goes through critical stages of growth where organs, limbs, and features are meticulously formed, ensuring everything is in place for a functional human life.
The period of development of a fertilized egg until birth, about 38 weeks in humans. Pregnancy. Pregnancy is when a baby grows inside a mother's womb.
Imagine planning a long road trip where every detail, from the route to the snacks, needs to be carefully prepared. Just like organizing this journey, pregnancy involves a meticulous process where a fertilized egg develops over approximately 38 weeks, akin to planning and executing each stage of your trip until you reach your destination. In this analogy, the fertilized egg is like the initial travel plan. The 38-week development period represents the journey itself with all its stages, and birth is the final destination, marking the successful completion of the trip.
The rope-like structure that joins the placenta and embryo, it transfers food and oxygen to the embryo. Umbilical cord. It is a tube connecting a developing baby to its mother, providing essential nutrients and oxygen.
Imagine you're trying to get a package delivered to a friend who lives in a hard-to-reach area. The umbilical cord works in a similar way by ensuring essential nutrients and oxygen are delivered from the placenta to the growing embryo, much like a delivery service ensures your package reaches its destination. Just as the delivery service acts as a crucial link to bridge the distance and provide what your friend needs, the umbilical cord is the vital connection that supplies the embryo with the necessities for growth and development.
A fluid-filled sac that cushions and protects a growing embryo. Amniotic sac. The amniotic sac is like a water balloon that surrounds and protects a baby inside the womb.
Imagine carrying a delicate glass ornament in a backpack as you walk through a crowded street. Just like the backpack provides a protective barrier for the ornament, preventing it from being jostled or broken, the amniotic sac serves a similar purpose for a developing embryo. The backpack is akin to the amniotic sac. The fluid inside acts like the padding that cushions the ornament, and the crowded street represents the external environment, all working together to ensure the embryo's safety and development.
The discharge of blood, uterus lining, and the unfertilized egg through the vagina. Menstruation. Menstruation is a natural biological process where the body sheds the lining of the uterus when pregnancy doesn't occur.
Imagine cleaning out your refrigerator and finding old leftovers that need to be thrown away to make room for fresh groceries. This process is similar to how the body clears out the uterus lining, unfertilized egg, and blood during menstruation to prepare for a new cycle. Just like tossing out expired food creates space for new items, menstruation removes the previous cycle's materials, making way for a potential new pregnancy.
An organ that produces chemicals such as hormones. Gland. A gland is a small organ in the body that releases hormones into the bloodstream to help control various functions.
Imagine you're trying to organize a big family dinner, and you need to coordinate who brings what dish. Just like this requires clear communication and delegation to ensure everything comes together smoothly. Glands in the body act as coordinators by releasing hormones to regulate various functions. In this analogy, the family members are like different parts of the body, and the coordinating messages, what to bring and when, are the chemicals or hormones produced by glands to ensure everything functions properly.
A mixture of sperm and seminal fluid produced by the male reproductive system. Semen is the fluid that carries sperm cells necessary for reproduction.
Imagine trying to send a letter through the mail without an envelope. Just as an envelope protects and delivers a letter to its destination, seminal fluid carries and nourishes sperm cells, ensuring they reach their target. The sperm is like the letter, containing the essential genetic information, while the seminal fluid is the envelope, providing protection and support during the journey.
The stage of development between childhood and adulthood. Adolescence. Adolescence is a period when the brain and body undergo significant changes, leading to physical growth and emotional maturity.
Imagine trying to assemble a complex piece of flat-pack furniture without any instructions. Adolescence is similar to this experience because it involves navigating through a challenging period without a clear guide as individuals transition from the simpler pieces of childhood to the more complex structure of adulthood. Just like assembling furniture requires figuring out how each piece fits into the bigger picture, adolescence is about discovering how different aspects of identity and responsibility come together to form a coherent adult self.
The female reproductive organ that produces eggs, ovary. An ovary is an organ in the female body that stores and releases eggs.
Think of the challenge of managing a pantry, where you must keep track of ingredients and ensure you have what you need for meals. Just like a pantry is stocked with various items that are crucial for preparing meals, An ovary is stocked with eggs that are essential for reproduction. In this analogy, the pantry represents the ovary, the ingredients are the eggs, and just as you rely on your pantry to provide the necessary components for cooking, the ovary provides the eggs necessary for the reproductive process.